being a positive influence on others. And so with that said, not only in my family, but also in my academic family, also in my social family, also in my other arenas. Okay, so that's really, really important to actually take advice from people and to, you know, make it that part of your own, okay? Going back to school, I remember in 6th grade, I'll give you a little clue to as to what was going on in America. The most popular song at that time was Do the Right Thing. I think that's a lot before your time, but I was in 6th grade when that song came out. And there's a message in that song about doing the right thing, okay? First of all, by show of hands, does anybody remember that song, Do the Right Thing? There was a movie. Of course, most of the adults in here, y'all, they remember this thing called Do the Right Thing, okay? And there was a message in there. And of course, the message is to do the right thing. What's doing the right thing? Going to school, okay? Staying out of trouble. Learning how to de-escalate potentially explosive situations, okay? That's how you do the right thing. For years, I've been doing the right thing. But when I was your age, I wasn't always doing the right thing. As Will has said, of course, to me a few times about how he's flirted along that line fence, okay? So, of course, we've all made mistakes. This is what I want you to do as we getting back into this going back to school attitude. If you want to make a mistake, make it right now. I don't encourage you to make mistakes, okay, and to get in trouble. But the message is, if you need to get in trouble, get it out your system now. Because as a 28 or 29-year-old man, or as somebody even 18 or 19, the system is unforgiving on black males, especially if you mess up at that age, okay? So if you want to make a mistake, please learn from it, okay? I encourage you to make mistakes, not willingly, okay, but make mistakes and then learn from them. Don't keep making the same mistakes over again. And a lot of brothers and sisters make the fatal mistake of not going to school and not getting their education, okay? The greatest decision I made in my life was going to Grambling State University. I didn't think I was college material. I said, man, college is, you know, I want to play ball. I wanted to play ball for the Redskins. I wanted to run track. I just knew I was going to be in the Olympics in 1996. My roommate made it to the Olympic trials in the 400-meter dash. Okay, anybody watching the Olympics? Please, for 5 minutes, watch the Olympics. And I'm going to tell you why. Not because of the athletic venues, not because of the sports pageantry. Watch the Olympics because, as you know, some of these journalists, some of these announcers, they tell you in the opening credits, they let you know all types of information about certain countries. They let you know all types of stuff, historical, geographical, nutritional, cuisine, all types of things, the weather. You can learn so much from the Olympics. There's over 200 countries on Earth, okay? A lot of people don't know that. Africa's not, what, a country. It's a continent full of 55 countries, okay? There's some Caucasian Africans. A lot of people think that all black people from, hey, you got some white Africans too. A lot of people don't realize that. These announcers tell you that every minute on the hour when you're watching the Olympic Games. If you don't believe me, take my word for it. Watch the 100-meter dash final coming up next week. You're going to have European countries representing the 100-meter final. And all of them are probably going to be people of the darker skin nature, okay? You got brothers running for Spain. You got brothers running for Portugal, okay? You got Europeans on the swim team tonight, okay? There's going to be swimming for South Africa. The face of South Africa is not a European. It's probably a brother or a sister who's darker than you. But of course, they got some of the best swimmers in the world. So when you watch the Olympic Games, don't just watch it for the sports, okay? Try to get an education in everything that you do. Whether it's the Olympics, whether it's the news at night. A lot of cats think it ain't cool to watch the news. That's why I'm smarter than most of my peers, because I watch the news. I don't just watch one channel. I don't just watch the local news. I watch C-SPAN, CNN, Fox News. I don't really like Fox News, but I watch it anyway, okay? I watch everything that I can get my hands on so I can make myself smarter. Okay, I want to make myself a whole lot smarter than what I really am or what I appear to be. Okay, so these are methods that you can all employ. These are methods that you can do right here before school starts. Okay, these are things that you can do. Watching the Olympic Games, watching the news. I know every time we watch the news, you see bad things on TV. Somebody got robbed in Pine Bluff. Little girl got molested. We all know about these negative things. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about watching the news for positive, enlightening events. On Saturday mornings, I know y'all want to, if you're sleeping in, that's different. But if you're getting up early, hey, watch C-SPAN, watch Book TV, okay? A lot of people think, and they thought back in the 80s when these brothers were watching Book TV, those same jokers that were watching Book TV in the 1980s and 1990s, guess what they're doing now? They're doctors, they're billionaires, and they're millionaires. They're the ones that's signing the checks for 50 cents record deals, okay? Most of us look at hip-hop and athletes and think that's the way to escape from some of this madness out here in the streets. That's a way to escape, but it's not the only way. You should be looking at the people who signs 50 cents checks, the people who own the studio that he's in. Those are the people behind the scenes making all the money, if you want to do that. And all those people got degrees. All those cats went to school, okay? So when you're looking at education as a whole, you have to have a positive attitude about it. You have to have a positive attitude about anything that you want to explore, go into, okay? Mr. Patrick asked y'all a question a second ago. I saw like 3 or 4 hands go up, you know, which I'll be honest with you, I wasn't impressed by that. Hopefully by the next time around, if someone asks you, are you ready to go back to school, you can say, yeah, and I'm going to get all A's too, and what? That's what the attitude is supposed to be, okay? You're supposed to prove people wrong. You're supposed to debunk and abolish the stereotype about some brothers and sisters not wanting to go back to school, okay? I remember I didn't get that attitude until about 8th or 9th grade, because I got in trouble in 8th grade. So that 9th grade year, football and sports do become a way of helping you out, okay? Don't take me wrong. Most people who have balanced homes and play sports, they excel and then they go to the next level, okay? In terms of academically speaking or sports-wise, okay? But you have to do something in your extracurricular time, okay? We're not promised the next day. I know y'all, if you've been watching the news, you've heard about Isaac Hayes, okay? You've heard about Bernie Mac. How many of y'all know Bernie Mac? Okay? Y'all know last weekend nobody would have fathomed the idea of this brother dying, okay? But 50 years old is real young. Some of y'all parents ain't 50 years old. I'm 20-something years away from being 50 years old, okay? And I can just count my blessings that I'm here to be speaking in front of you all amongst good company, amongst young brothers, okay? So that's a blessing. Look, I can taste the air. It tastes good. I can breathe on my own. Taste the air, y'all do that. Hey, it's good to be alive. It's good to be healthy. You're not in a wheelchair, okay? You have all your fingers. Hold your fingers up like this and move them. You got a lot of our veterans coming back from home, ain't got no fingers. I serve my country proud. Be proud of it, but I want my fingers, okay? A lot of people are coming back, they're not wrapped in the same cloth of mind that they had when they went over there, okay? Not being unpatriotic, I'm just saying, be grateful, okay? Be proud of who you are, okay? Get your education, get your knowledge. You want to equip yourself, okay, to be able to speak on these types of things. Because if you can't speak on it, you don't know about it, you can't speak on it, okay? Most of the people I went to school with, guess what they were doing when I was at Grambling? They do the same thing as these young kids do at Pinnock Boys and Girls Club in West Little Rock, because I work there part-time. Every day I go in there, every day for the last 3 years, the teenagers are watching videos. Like the videos are going to miraculously make them rich and make them smart. Okay? That's all they do is watch videos. If they're not watching videos, they're playing videos. I'm not knocking videos. I'm just saying videos can't get you to the next level. You can only get you to the next level. Okay? Sure, it's good for fashionistas. Sure, it's good for knowing about the new dance crazes. And you can learn from that. But still, if you want to watch videos, have a balance. On commercial breaks from the videos, turn it to the news. On commercial breaks from the videos, see what's going on in the world, okay? Read a book. Have a book on hand, something. A newspaper. And when you get the newspaper, this can get you ready. These are all methods that I'm throwing at you that can get you ready for school. You have to be sharp, because trust me, some of those European American kids, some of those Caucasian kids, some of our white Americans, our brothers and sisters who don't look like us, they're going to be ready, okay? And a lot of them are enrolling in AP classes, when some of us are running from AP classes, and it's embarrassing as all get out. That's not the word that I wanted to use, but I know we have some young folk here, and I can't use those types of language around you guys. I have to keep my vernacular real nice and clean,